はいどうもこんにちは、ボタンです。ご視聴ご訪問ありがとうございます。それではサイズデッドの続きを開始していきたいと思います。カメラ回収して何かに追っかけられ変な夢を見て、あれか、グロテスクな夢見て起きてっていうとこか。で、血だらけになってて、シャワって移動ってとこか。いけないんだよね。あの絵なんかさ、人の顔じゃない？気のせい？徐々にあの絵が完成されていくとか言うのかな？あれいけるかな？いけそういけそう。あ、違うか？うん、これ顔に見えたんだけどな。
Pervertin again. I feel like these pills do nothing other than agitate her.
Including cellars, house entrances, and doorways, must remain closed night and day. The population are advised to stay in their cellars, or where these
General Edict K. New rules on curfew and women's behavior. German command of S. Vincenzo Attori. Telephone number 1185.
Oh.
I shall repeat for clarity. New ordinance for the safety of citizens.
The radio needs to be kept on at all times these days. It can save your life knowing things on time, especially before they happen.
All windows, including cellars, house entrances, and doorways, must remain closed night and day.
25 ISO film. When the sun is high in the sky, it's perfect.
Where these do not exist, churches and other large buildings. The patrols of German armed forces have orders to shoot at people who are on the street, or who are found looking out of their windows.
見る人を見たらなんかわかんのかな。
Dear Mother, this is hard, but I have something to tell you. I found out that Julia is pregnant. Go to the lake tomorrow morning at 7 and watch her as she bathes. You'll see that her tummy is growing. Martha. What? I'm not pregnant. Why is everything becoming even more confusing? I'm searching for an explanation, but instead I'm left with more questions.
どういうこと？タロットカード。
Here are my cards. Nanny and I always used to play with them. She would predict my future and I pretended to predict hers. The future was always good for everyone. Maybe when she read them, she saw my true future which she hid from me. Or more likely, these cards are actually just a stupid game to reassure and deceive oneself with.
まあ信じるか信じないかはその人次第だしね。
How can we live happily otherwise?
これ。まあいいや。その上が欲しいんやけど。
Romola, 15th of July 1944. Dear Mrs. Irene, I'm writing to let you know that all is well here at the villa. Thank you for being so considerate and caring. I apologize for the simplicity of the housing you were forced to live in. I also locked the room where the little one used to stay as requested. I've left you the key. It is the one with the pink key. Try to stay safe. Best regards,
ピンク
Nanny.
色のキーホルダーがついている。
Why on earth did Mummy have that door locked? It was my room. What is she trying to hide? She leaves them everywhere. I think she's having too many and too often.
これ何？薬かな？あ。なんかぴょこぴょこいってる。お、シャッフル。占い。おー、すごいすごいすごい。あ、選択するんだね。これ。なんか、大丈夫これ。これ。魔導士、世界。まだいけんのこれ。恋人。
The end of a relationship.
関係の終わり。嘘やろ。
It's very clear, but my plans will be successful. I only need to know what these plans are.
へえ、占いは1日1回。物語に関係すんのかな？
There are more and more weapons around, and everyone is scared after what happened. This is Mummy's jewelry. She wears them every day, even though Daddy says it's impractical and dangerous to show signs of wealth these days. As usual, she doesn't want to listen to reason and ends up arguing with Daddy until he goes to play war, as she says.
戦争ごっこ。緊張感がないのでは、母。まあ、あらかた見たかな。そしたら、少し、外に出よう。外に出る前に、あ、なんかある。新聞読んどこ。
The superior commander of the German Federal Armed Forces announces 1. Whoever is in possession of weapons or explosives not reported to the German headquarters will be shot. 2. Whoever harbors bandits and or protects them and provides them with clothing and or weapons will be shot. 3. Whoever is aware of the existence of any rebel groups or even lone rebels without reporting them will be shot.
難しいね。
Italian workers in Germany. The following rules are in place for workers who voluntarily work in Germany. A commitment of a maximum period of 1 year before returning to Italy.
全部読むか？
The superior commander of the German Federal Armed Forces. War rages on the Eastern Front. An attack launched by the Soviets after hours of cannonade. The fight on this front has been going on for a long time. Fighting in Normandy. Victorious Germanic counterattack on the road from Perriers to Carentan. Pont-Heber reconquered north of Saint-Lô. Many US losses caused by the flying bomb action.
外に出る前に、やはり、死体を死体を見てからにしよう。特にだな。こっちにも特に。チャリ乗れねえしな。お、
Here's the bicycle pump.
やったー。ゲットゲット。一応一通り見ておくか。 なんかある。取っておこう。あげ。
With this lens, everything gets bigger.
拡大か。
This lens increases the framed area. It allows me to fit more into the image. Red filter for super high contrast
やっ
photos.
たー。
I have to be careful and keep the volume down as I listen. I must go unnoticed. I am meant to be deaf after all.
Ready? Julia? You ready?
Sure, Daddy. I'm good to start.
I've already started recording.
Oh, no, my voice will sound awful.
No way, come on. Didn't you want to study
何こ
singing
れ。
anyway?
No, I was young and stupid when I said that.
Okay. Ready?
Go. Oh, how nice. It's the rehearsal for last week's concert. I never heard the recording. But I was right, my voice is awful. Cannot be called singing. Anyway, it's time I develop these film roles. I can't wait any longer. I wish I could just stop time. These images could change everything. I cannot bear the fact that I may have hurt Martha. I would rather die.
なんか
Damn my
現像するのあ
head
った
and
っ
these
け。
memory lapses. It's such a pain not remembering. It's like getting lost inside yourself.
ここまでやっといて。なんやこれ。気になる。これもやりたいしな。はそっか。取ってきたからか。これ自分か？まあスキップしよう。てってっててってってり。てってっててってってる。ほい。
Here I was running toward the pier, just as I remember.
何枚かやった方がいいのかな、思い出しって言ってるし。まあ少しやるか。てれってってってれれれれれってーん。よいしょい。
I'm carrying Martha to shore. I'm trying to save her. My memories, although fuzzy, do match reality.
お、
I feel a little better. Now I can find out who really hurt Martha. Maybe I should meet with the White Lady. She might be able to tell me something. Is this crazy talk? Yes, definitely. But what's normal about any of this? Maybe you have to be a little crazy to get anything done.
しまおう。ちょっとやることリスト見るか。ホワイトレディ。ああ、湖に行こう。部屋。 鍵を見つける。奇妙なメモ。そうだよね。自転車、空気入れて、新聞読んだ。うん。鍵を見つけようか。間違えた。もうちょい現像しよっか。もう一個くらい。よいしょ。ぴょん。てってってるってってるってってってってってるっとな。
Yes, I've undressed and I'm about to dive in. This matches my memory.
よし。鍵も探したいけど。一応こっちを見てからなんかある。
I don't like wine all that much, but I go crazy for our dessert wine. It is very sweet.
とっても甘いワイン飲んでみたい。お、ここ出れんの？あれ出れたっけそもそも。出るか。
This is the center of our farm, but since we moved here, it hasn't worked like it used to. Security matters, Daddy says.
なんもねえのか。とりあえず一周してみましょう。なんかないかな。虫だ。
I was afraid of animals when I was little. I never approached them alone.
なんかある。
The box is empty. The telegraph would have been installed nearby.
電信機。なんやそれ。なんか通信するためのものか。戻るか。あ、こっちから行けそう。行けるけど、あんまり来る理由がないか、今のところ。隠れられるのかな？こっから湖に行ける？地図。これ気になるけどな。まあ、湖は後ほど行くとして、こっちからも行けそうかな。チャリだな、とりあえず。自転車取って、なんか別な家っぽいところに行って、探索かな。 うん、引っかかった。なんもない？なんもない。よし、外行こう。で、あとチャリ。これこれ。出航、出航。昔のはこんな感じだったんね。ん？乗ろうや。よっしゃ。まあ乗って探検するか一回。やばい。あの家まで行くぞ。帰り楽そうだな。うわぁ。着いた。よし。降りよう。入れることはできないんだね。なんもないやんけ。なんもないの、本当に。情け。帰ろう。まあ、したら、湖行ってみっか。しゃ。早い。いいよいいよいいよ。ま、置いておくか。満足した。さっきの脇道に行きたいのよ。
I came here to fish when I was little. I went with that ever so kind man who worked for my father. Who knows where he is now? Maybe he joined the war too.
魚おるんかな。
I always wanted to swim here when I was with Nanny, even when it was cold.
お、なんかある。何？お、新スキンがアンロックされた。へえ。やったね。あっちから行って、あ、ぐるーっと回ってんのか。なるほどね。まあ行きますか。湖こっちだっけ？お、カメラだ。撮るか。何これ。カメラを使おう。プレイ、コントロール。
It must have been Lapo, the dummy. There's little wonder why everyone thinks there's more than friendship between us.
よしよし。 さて、湖に行こう。なんかありそう。
This is an unnerving place.
怖っ。
I had never been here
Waka?
when I was little. Nanny kept me well away from it.
迷子だ。わかりやすい道に出よう。ここか。3つ。いい。虫の手やだ。え、やばい。あららららららら。
Soldiers doing? It's dangerous, I know.
すごいなぁ。よく行こうと思うなぁ。流れ弾とか当たっちゃうよ、こんなの。おい。何？あ。あっちっぽい。あらー、これ死んでますけど。
Oh God, please no.
え？
Lapo, my dear friend. What have they done to you?
まさか。どうしたの
？Your handkerchief was the symbol of what you believed in. At least that is left of you.
それが気になってましたよ。
Dear Julia, are you surprised that I've addressed this to you and don't think you're dead? Everyone calls you Martha now, right? I know you too well. I can never understand why no one else can ever tell you apart. Not even your own mother and father. Martha is gone and I cannot reconcile myself.
え？撃たれた？
Du hast ein Mädchen erschossen, du Idiot.
Scheiße, scheiße, scheiße. Was machen wir jetzt? Sieh mal, was sie um ihren Hals hat. Sie ist eine von ihnen. Es musste getan werden.
Sie ist die Tochter von General Erich K., du verdammter Trottel. Sie war die Freundin von diesem armen Kerl. Oh, verdammt, jetzt sind wir wirklich am Arsch.
Scheiße, lass uns abhauen. Aber sie lebt noch.
Sie liegt im Sterben. Siehst du, wo du sie getroffen hast? Sie ist bestimmt schon tot. Wir müssen jetzt abhauen, sonst sind wir auch bald tot.
見捨てられんのこれ。何これ。
I'm dying, I thought.
え？
But strangely enough, I wasn't afraid. In fact, I was almost relieved. When I returned, I found myself once again in the midst of a bad dream. One whose meaning I did not understand at the time.
マサあなたに返す。私が持っているもの。外れた。ごめん。マサ あなたに返す。あなたの何かだろう。あなたの運命。違うの？まさ。あなたに返す。あなたの見た目。どういうこと？こと？皮を返すの？そんなことはない。あなたに今すぐ。違うのかーい。今すぐ。私が継ぐだ。違うの？むずいぞ。今すぐ。見えるわ。なんだ？あなたのだね。なんで？今すぐ見えるわ。私の何？私の夢。今すぐ見えるわ。私の瞳を通してまたなんか出てきてないですか？これはまさかあれ？引きずっていってますよ。何が引きずって。この血の雨も気になるけどね。
Two sisters were destined to die. Julia, the first sister, and Martha, the second. On Julia's day of departing, identical twins stood before me, impossible to tell apart. They questioned my presence, since they were still so young. Julia must come with me, I demanded. But they both claimed to be Martha. I explained that Martha's fate was soon to be the same, and their games were useless. I didn't have time for it. The war was keeping me busy. But they didn't concede, and instead kept insisting. Can we follow you together? No, impossible. Are you sure Martha will die too? Nothing is certain in wartime. What if the wrong person went with you? Then you would have cheated death. One would die unjustly, and the other would simply be delaying her fate. They discussed amongst themselves, then hugged before one of them came forward. She stared in a determined, almost threatening manner. I guessed it was Martha sacrificing herself, giving more time to her sister. But I stayed silent, not to reveal their failed deception. No one lies to the face of their own death. So I asked how their choice was reached. We drew lots by throwing a medallion, she said quietly. They had trusted in fate. Oh, how naive they were. They knew fate plays by its own rules, which is true, but it is also my ally. Fate never would have allowed the wrong girl to follow me. In that case, my work was done. She must have been Julia. However, little to my knowledge at the time, that blasted medallion had the same name engraved on both sides. Martha's. So, my first assumption was correct. They were too damn smart, and had fooled both fate and me. One thing is for sure. I'll put things back where they belong. I will correct my ignorance and give fate back its blindfold.
どういうこと？
Damn, this hurts so bad. I can hardly breathe.
打たれとるやんけ。おー、生きてた。もうダメかと思ったぞ。なんで逆さ？お？反転した世界とか言わないよね。着替えよう。
The ceremony is today, so I need a
あ、葬
suitable
式か。
dress. I would like to spend a moment with my sister, just me and her alone, before people arrive for the funeral and then take her away.
最後の挨拶。
No, 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 my bag is not here. My diary. Lapo's letter.
どこバック？
How is she? How is my daughter? Please, doctor. Please give me good news.
It's a miracle she's alive, Eric, but she will be all right.
もう動いてるからな。え？こんなか？
I'm already dressed.
はい、先生。カバン、カバン、カバン、カバン。あ、はい。ん？
Looks like Mother has been here all night with me. Or rather, with Martha. She even left her medication behind. She can't live without that now.
The bullet passed right by her heart and exited her chest.
貫通してるやんけ。
Unbelievably, it missed her lungs, spine, and heart. She could have been paralyzed or died. But thankfully, she's fine. I examined her thoroughly. She didn't even lose that much blood. She was lucky. And you were lucky, so to speak.
She was lucky that my wife went for a walk in the woods. Otherwise,
Otherwise, she would have bled to death, yes.
I don't know what to say. All of this, it's too much. So much death and suffering. Nothing more.
Don't worry, Eric. She's young, so she'll recover quickly. I'll be here all day anyway.
Thank you, doctor, for everything.
あらあらあ
Do
らあ
you
ら。
mind coming with me to pick my wife up from the cemetery? The funeral will start soon in the chapel.
Of course not. Lead the way.
You know, with all of these preparations for the funeral, Irina wants everything to be perfect. It's her way of coping, so she doesn't have to think about everything going on. She is a woman who has suffered so much. Maybe too much.
There's my bag. Thank God.
中身があるかどうかだね。
Let's hope Lapo's letter is in there.
あった。
Dear Julia, are you surprised that I've addressed this to you and don't think you're dead? Everyone calls you Martha now, right? I know you too well. I can never understand why no one else can ever tell you apart. Not even your own mother and father. Martha is gone, and I cannot reconcile myself to that fact. I have to stay hidden, and sadly I can't run to you, even if I would love nothing more than to hold you tight and cry together. No words. I just want to be close to you. Can we meet in the barn tonight? I will try my best to be there around midnight. Don't be alarmed, but if things get ugly, please remember this number, 6934.
6934。
He knew he was in serious danger, but what about the letter? I had it in my hand when the soldiers ran off. Mummy found me, and if she's read it, well, she hates Lapo, and now she must know who I am. No, she probably would have left me there to die. She'd rather have no daughter than the wrong one. Before I passed out, I must have put it back in my bag. There is no other explanation.
本当か？
Violence against citizens continues in La Romola, and once again General King's family has come under fire. Now it is the life of her sister, Martha, that is in danger. The blow from the gunshot in her back could have killed her. It is only by the grace of God that the girl is alive. The anti-fascist political motive appears to be the only reason behind the cowardly act. The New Zealand troops are advancing slowly.
When it's not too sunny outside, the 200 ISO film works well.
They are still far from the Tavernelli Val di Pisa. The German resistance on the Tuscan hills has been exhausting for the invasion.
General Edict K. New rules on curfew.
あ、見たな。鍵が欲しいな。
July 19th. I retrieved the cameras at the lake, but I had convinced myself that I was the one who had hurt Martha. So much so that when I had the rolls with me on the way home, I found myself in another horrible dream. I don't even remember going to sleep. As soon as I woke up, I developed the film. The photos confirmed to me that my memory of that night was correct. It was a great relief. I have decided to go back to the lake in an attempt to communicate with the White Lady. I know it's a crazy thought, but I can't get it out of my head. I need to know what happened to Martha, so I must pursue every possible avenue, even the path of insanity.
恐ろしいぜ。お、今日もできるじゃん。やろう。これ。あれ？あ、びっくりした。月。ここ。え？
I have to see beyond appearances. There are those who betray me and speak ill of me, but someone will know how to give me the right advice.
どういうことだってばよ。 なんもね。行くか。気のせいでした。行くか。シャワーって、外に行く前にまた、新聞読むか。
Attempted murder in La Romola. After the murder of Julia Kay, today her twin sister is the victim of another attempted murder. The condition of the young girl, found by the German troops, is no cause for concern. The political motive behind this is becoming all the more clear. But that's not what happened. It's all wrong. Mummy was the one who found me. The German soldiers shot me. Best to stay quiet. No one ever believes the truth.
そうだよね。あ、
New
自転車禁止。
ordinance ban
な
on
ん
the
で
use of bicycles. Over the last few days, cyclists have once again
悲しい。
I should pick up the phone but remain silent. If I let the caller speak
電話？
first, I'll find out who it is.
あれか。ここやな。
Hello? Mum? Can you hear me? Is there somebody there? Mr. Eric?
It's the nanny. I can confide in her. Nanny? Hello, it's me.
What? Hello? Oh my lord. I must be dreaming or something.
No, Nanny, you're not dreaming. It's really me, it's Julia.
Oh my god. Julia, my little sparrow. How wonderful. Sorry, but I thought you were dead. I saw you lying there dead. This brings me so much joy that... Actually, you must explain to me, my little sparrow. What is happening?
おー、説
I
明
told
始まった。
Nanny everything that had happened. She was sad for Martha, of course, but very happy at the same time. I was the one she had a special bond with. I explained to her that I wanted to try and meet the White Lady, even if I knew it was a silly idea. But she didn't think I was a fool. Quite the opposite. She explained to me what I should do in an attempt to meet her. It was complicated. I noted everything down carefully in my diary. Who knows, maybe she did it only to keep me occupied, while deciding what to do with me and who to warn. I won't ever know, though, because that very same day, a bomb struck the villa and she died. They all died. We should have been in that house ourselves, but instead, poor Nanny. Bye, Nanny. I love you.
Goodbye, my darling. I thought I'd lost you. Be careful, my little sparrow.
お、電話機で通話ができるようになりました。やった。
Martha was taken to the chapel for her funeral. I want to say goodbye to her alone before everyone arrives. Now I know what must be done to meet the lady. Nanny has explained everything to me. I must try to meet her early in the morning when it is foggy, or all will have been in
早
vain.
朝。
That's what the legend says. This is what I need to do. 1.
これ大事
I。must re-invoke her loss by putting her into contact with her lover. To do this, Nanny said to look for his grave in the woods, but there are so
そう
many.
だよね。墓いっぱいあるんじゃん。
Daddy always said that infrared photos can see what the naked eye cannot. Maybe then they also see ghosts. There wouldn't be anything strange about
赤外
that
線写
now,
真。
considering I'm trying to contact one after all. How crazy. 2. A part of me needs to enter her world. A lock of hair would work, so I'll need scissors to cut some off.
うん、ハサミ持ってる
3.
ね。
I will need an object that connects her world to mine. I don't know what to do for this yet. Hopefully something will come to mind when I least expect it.
すげえな。
4.
楽観だな。
To communicate with her,
Oh,
I will need to
tarot
use
card
my
しよう。
tarot cards. I will meet with the lady on the island where her lover was executed. Riding bikes around here is beautiful. These are Mummy and Daddy's bikes, though. Mine is outside.
オッケー。どうしよう、電話してみようかな。
Why would I call the asylum? Mummy was there a few years ago now and I wouldn't know what to ask. To be honest, I don't understand why the number is still here.
ドイツには電話したくないしな。恋人、霧か。個人的なもの。これわかんないんだよな。恋人、ハガか。6934使おう、電話機。6934やろう。6。6934。誰出んのかな？
You've called this number. Damn, Lapo must be dead then. Rest in peace, fair comrade.
Yes, Lapo is dead. I am due.
No, don't talk. We don't need to know who you are. By calling this number, it means Lapo wanted you to complete his work. A telephone cable near the house of German General Erich K. has to be cut. One goes to the house, but there's another cable we suspect is connected to a secret base. That is the one that has to be cut. If you see any German vehicles around, let us know immediately. We won't use this number anymore. It's dangerous. Use a telegraph. That will be safer. I hope you know how to use them. Otherwise, you'll have to come up with something. This is important. Frequency X. Before the message, telegraph, town on fire to identify yourself. Long live the homeland. Long live the liberation.
Should I sabotage the cable and become a spy? I don't know. My father is German. It would be like betraying him even though he himself hates this war. But what happened to Lapo and those guys? If I can save someone's life, maybe I should try. Or maybe I can talk to Daddy about it. He may be able to advise me on what to do. Don't even know the first thing about all this. What were you thinking, Lapo?
うわー。どうしよっかな。恋人に行くか父親に行くか。恋人やろ。
To cut the cable, I will need sharp scissors. Tailor scissors should be fine.
一回して。おー。
Dante's Inferno illustrated by Dore. Always hanging cheery things.
すげえだな。なんもないように見えたけどな。うん。 近くっていうから、こっちだと思うんだけどな。違うかな。電線。あ、違うか。これっぽいけどな。登れないのこれ。来た来た来た。いったいった。
I don't think this is
違
the
うん
right
か
path.
ーい。よく見て分かったな。どれが当たりの電線なんだ。これ登れないし、これはこっちが。これどうだ。ん？登ったはいいが。
A German tank.
おお、見
I
れた。
have to report its location via the telegraph hidden near the cowshed. Daddy probably asked for a garrison after all that has happened. I should report its location via telegraph. This wire heads towards the house and then keeps going, so it must be the right one.
やった。
Now all that remains is to go to the telegraph near the barns.
さて行くか。牛舎近くっていうか多分ここのどっかにあるんでしょう。
The telegraph must be hidden in one of these feed bins.
よっしゃ。
I have to start every message with the code word. I saw the tank on the road, and the road is near the house. I guess I have to communicate something like that.
え、ああ、書いてある。助かる。町炎上。で、町が TW がこれなんでしょ？ T どこだ？これか。で、ちょん、ハイフン、F。あ、オッケー。はいはいはいはい。了解。町炎上。家の 道路近く。ちげえな。あ、いっか。家の道路近く、タンク確認。オーバー。オッケー。長えな、おい。てんてんてん。S ハイフンの SN だな、多分。SN ってある？受け取り済み？てんてんてん。S。点の、これ、SR。SR。点、点、点。SRV。SRV ってなんだ。受け取り済み必要。ちょんちゃ。AA。AR。
They are asking me to find a map of the defensive line. There is one in my father's study.
疲れたぞ。こっちかな、早いか。そしたら書斎に行ってって感じなのかな。
That raven is making a big fuss.
すまんな。見に来てるか、カラス。どうだ、カラス。
Maybe it's the same raven that killed that poor sparrow. I hate bullying, yet it seemed as if the raven wanted to bring the little bird back to life.
カラスどこだ？いたいたいた。おるやん、そこに。もしかしてお前追っければいいのか？あ、もしかして、墓の場所に連れてってくれる
？Dress? It's made from the same fabric I found a shred of next to the lake. In fact, it is torn. It must be my mother's. My goodness.
あれちょっとやってない作業あります
I
よ。
started to suspect that Mummy could have been involved in Martha's murder. Lost in these thoughts, hours passed, and I completely forgot about the funeral. When I realized it was evening, they were already carrying the coffin towards the cemetery. She never loved me, I knew that well. But I would never have believed that. Had it been her? I struggled to believe it, but it made so much sense. At the lake, she must have thought Martha was me because she was convinced that I was dead.
「あれ書斎に行って見つけなくてよかったのかな。次で間に合うのかな。
When the funeral ended, I felt an irresistible urge to play. I loved music. I started playing without thinking about the possible consequences. I didn't care anymore. I needed to feel alive, to exist again.
What's going on here? Julia? Is that you? No, it's not possible. Martha's never played. She's deaf, yet no. This is madness. My God. So, Martha? I understand now. You can get all of the attention, right? You were jealous, weren't you? Because she was a wonderful girl and you're just a useless little slut. How did you manage to convince her? I get it now. But she talked to me. No. It doesn't
めっ
make
ちゃ混
sense.
乱するやん。
I will have you locked up in an asylum. You hear? That's enough. You will pay for what you've done, you cursed lunatic. They will torture you to reveal the monsters in your head.
Her words were as sharp as blades. I tried to tell her that it wasn't me. I showed her the photos I developed that proved my innocence. But she grew all the more angry, calling me crazy, and then she began to hit me with everything she had at hand. I closed my eyes as more darkness began to take over in me. Memories came flooding back. Not memories of actual past events, but more so of feelings. Feelings I had when I was little. They were scary. They were the fears of a little girl. Despite what had happened, I went walking in the woods early the next morning to meet the lady. The evening before, my father had tried desperately to console me.
Talk to me, Julia. You know I love you. I just want to understand what happened. I am happy you are alive. Even if we have lost Martha, your mother was just in shock. She didn't want to hurt you.
やばい、もう何事なん？新チャプターレディー。はい。ということで今回はこれにて終了したいと思います。ご視聴ありがとうございました。よろしければチャンネル登録と高評価のボタンをよろしくお願いいたします。まだちょっとね、理解追いついていないんですけど、頑張ってやっていこうかなと思います。それではまた次回の動画で会いましょう。またね。